I swear eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man.
And oceans are filled with poisons. Acid rain falls from the sky, and when we bury our waste, inevitably it begins to seep out until our groundwater becomes a toxic chemical stew, so virulent and complicated that we can't even begin to analyze what's in it. And we still don't have an environmental policy that can put a dent into companies like Chadway and Grafton Chemicals. They just keep on polluting. Oh, yes. There are fines for emitting too high a level of toxins into the air. And there's an imposed level to the amount of waste that companies are allowed to dump into our lakes. But it's not good enough anymore to give out penalties and fines. If a company is polluting our environment, killing us and our children, it's not the time for a slap on the wrist. It's time to close them down permanently!
Now, before you cut, it's important that you've already seen it.
Seen what?
The cut in your mind. The process is not cutting the tree, it's taking away that which is not the tree.
I assumed it was all the trees, sir.
The tree in your mind, Bennett. The idealized tree.
My idealized tree is somewhat bigger.
It's ringing, Papa.
Yes.
Ah, Brigitte, what's this all about?
Who is this?
Addington. He made the headlines, you know.
Listen, if you're calling to tell me that you're cutting off your contributions to Earth now, fine. Join the crowd.
Suzanne has been calling you for hours. Everyone's asking me if you're guilty.
I was addressing a rally.
That's not what I asked you, Brigitte.
Look, the police have already given me the 3rd degree. I don't need it from you. Even some of my own friends are wondering if I'm involved.
I'm not accusing you, I'm asking you. Now give me a straight answer.
You never change, do you, Alex?
Listen, Brigitte, the papers are saying that this is the 3rd company you've targeted for action where there's been a bombing. Your slogan has been present at every incident. Give me a reason not to believe them.
I've spent the last 10 years of my life building my movement, trying to get people to realize what's happening to the environment. I haven't changed, Alex. I don't believe in violence. I never have.
All right, Brigitte. Bennett, get me Mr. Sinclair.
Yes, sir.
Alex, I think I'm at the end of my rope.
Yes, I know. Go on. Tell me everything.
You mean you're not going to cut off your support?
On the contrary, I'm going to send you the best support available.
Never close your eyes when you're pumping iron, Nicky. Gotta keep them open. Concentrate, stay alert. You see, a woman doesn't have the same upper body strength that a man does. I mean, she can have a little tone, but not quite the same, is it?
If I was a man, Luke, I'd like to be just like you.
Really?
Any more suggestions you want to share with me, Luke?
I was going to talk to you about lower body strength, but I guess I'll let that one go.
Where are we going?
Going to Toronto.
I've known Brigitte all her life. Ever since she was a teenager, she's been an activist.
Bridget's my godmother.
Since I can remember, she's been a cause lady. Finally found her true calling in the ecology movement.
She found that with a bang, didn't she?
No, Brigitte is no terrorist. You know, at a protest meeting to clean up the Love Canal a few years ago, she and her people absolutely refused to budge. They allowed themselves to be beaten up rather than be driven away.
And last summer, in British Columbia, she laid down in front of the logging machines to save a forest.
Hardly the type to become a murderer.
Well, that's what you're going to determine. The credentials you need, you'll find in the airplane. I'll be waiting for your report.
Oh, man.
What?
I mean, that's fine that she's out to save the world. But, I mean, what's that got to do with killing off some poor security guard? He didn't make this stuff. I'll tell you, I got as much against people that make poison as the next guy.
Since when did you become green, Luke?
Ever since somebody dumped a plane load of this stuff on my unit. When I turned around to see what was left of my boys, I was on my knees, puking. Jungle's still probably burned from it.
Okay, sport. Since this is obviously such an emotional issue, why didn't you try and get into Bridget Arnell's group? Chapter operates out of City University, Toronto. Get in at grassroots.
What, like Joe College?
It's not going to be easy. They're going to talk about books.
Got that covered. I've read one.
See, I knew we didn't just hire you for your looks. Nikki, I need you to stick close to Ms. Arnell. Let her know that Alexander's looking out for her.
Okay.
What about you, Petey?
Well, there's a police chief in Toronto that I know who owes me a favor. I'm going to pose as an insurance investigator.
So, you guys finished with your in-house entertainment?
Yes, thanks, JJ.
Well, maybe Luke would like to help me land this baby. All right, JJ, you're on, my man.
All right.
Guess the pay is a little bit better than being a cop, huh?
You can bet on that.
So the chief says you were a pretty hot number at homicide. He doesn't say that very often.
Thank you.
If you're so good, why'd you leave?
Well, in the insurance game, I get to work on my own. Cases that interest me without the politics.
I hear you. When I hang up my badge, I'll come to you for career guidance.
Sure thing. Tell me, do you really think this Arnell woman is responsible for these bombings?
Well, she targets one of the factories in her speeches, and then there's an explosion. A month ago at Henshaw Chemical, 2 weeks ago at Whitewood, and now here.
Have you interviewed any of her people?
Yeah, dedicated bunch, especially that protege, Amy Fleming. Sticking pretty much to the party line and not giving me anything.
Well, look, my company's looking to lay off the blame on this one. Are you guys getting close to getting enough evidence to press charges?
Not yet.
Nothing on the explosive?
Could have come from anywhere. It's funny, I used to be a big fan of that woman's, until the guard got killed.
And now?
Now I'm gonna put her away.
Look, it was really nice of you to come all this way, but you don't have to stick around, Nikki. Tell Alexander we really appreciate the money.
Alexander thinks you're innocent of the bombings. I'm here to help you prove it. Now, what's your relationship with the university?
Simple. They don't want me around.
Because of the bombings?
No. They want to be out way before that. No, our Toronto group has a space in the student union. It was great for a while. I mean, having your token environmentalists around. But then, you see, things changed. Because we started digging up dirt in their own backyard.
What do you mean?
I think Grafton Chemicals has a deal going with the university. The science department recently accepted a whole lot of money for research. Now they're saying that most of this money is going towards the making of better baby formula and non-toxic fertilizers and that sort of thing.
Where does the rest of the money go?
Grafton has a history of making military chemicals. Defoliants, nerve gas, and they have to be tested somewhere.
And you think the university is doing some of the research?
Money and research go hand in hand. The bigger the risk, the more the money.
Can you prove that?
I'm working on it. The university thinks it can keep this little deal quiet. But I'm going to blow it wide open.
Any room for rent signs?
Can I help you?
Some nice work you got there. Anything real to back it up?
You're a cop.
Not a cop.
Listen, we've already been questioned by everybody. Why don't you go find your bomber someplace else?
Look, I said I ain't a cop.
Oh, you're an English major?
Not exactly. I never made corporal.
In which police force?
Wasn't in a police force. I was in the Army. It's, you know, I mean, I didn't really work out. I did a couple of sessions in Panama and Grenada and fought everybody else's war, and I wasn't really going anyplace, so I decided to go to college and cop a degree.
Oh, so now you're becoming an environmentalist. Come on, you, whoever you are.
Mark. Mark Logan.
Amy Fleming.
It's nice to meet you.
Listen, Mark, why don't you take some of these pamphlets home, read them over very carefully, and if you're still interested, come back. Because right now I've got a lot of work to do.
Okay, well, I'll help you.
You don't get the message, do you?
Okay, maybe I don't look like Joe College. I'm not college material. If the clothes didn't fool you. But I really do care about what you're doing, and I want to help, and I think I can be very helpful for you.
Okay. You want to help out?
This is what I've been trying to tell you. Hope this is environmentally safe.
Of course it is.
Okay. I've had worse things sprayed at me. So where should we put these signs?
You'll see.
Sir? Huh? Oh, no. Are you going? Take it. Read it.
You don't take no for an answer, do you?
It's not the way I get things done. I mean, you know, handing out paper just gets you so far, and then you gotta do something else.
What do you suggest? That we let you do what they accuse us of? Blow something up?
Yeah, maybe. Things like that take planning, though.
Is that right? Well, how would you handle it?
Same way we did it in the Army. Confuse the enemy, then hit them when they're not expecting it.
Yeah, that's what your army did to my brother, and he wasn't even the enemy.
Hey, it wasn't my army.
Yeah, well, you're here to talk about it.
I'm sorry, Amy, I didn't know.
Oh, he's not dead yet. They didn't make it easy on him. He's got to suffer a little more every day.
What'd they do to him?
They filled him up with dioxin.
Oh, man. Agent Orange, was it?
They didn't give him the brand name. The effect was the same. How was the treatment?
Knocks me out worse each time.
It's gonna go into remission, Carter. I know it.
I can do it.
I know you can.
Chemical research. Everything seems straightforward. Then, of course, all those sort of things do on paper.
On paper, even Grafton smells clean.
Brigitte is sure there's a connection between Grafton and the university. The school needs money, and the company is only too willing to oblige for services rendered. She has a demonstration planned for tomorrow.
Let's hope no one's planned more than that.
No, well, you better find out. I've got you an appointment with Dean Banks. He's Grafton's contact at the university. See when you can turn up at that end.
If the Dean and Grafton are in this together, I doubt they're going to want to cooperate.
Oh, everyone cooperates eventually, so long as they're effectively motivated.
Blank out.
Effectively motivated. Okay. That pretty much leaves me carte blanche. I wonder how Luke's getting on with Amy Fleming.
I'm not sure it's a good idea for you to come tomorrow.
I feel fine.
There might be some trouble.
And I can't handle trouble? Sis, who taught you everything you know?
You didn't teach me everything. You should stay home and rest.
The pain gets less after every treatment. You know that. It's just that damn chemotherapy. I'll get that. Hi. Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, you must be Amy's brother, right? Mark, friend of hers.
You never told me about anybody named Mark.
He came in the office today. He helped me hand out pamphlets.
Yeah, we had fun.
Oh, yeah? You sure he ain't a cop?
Oh, come on, buddy. Jeez, I gotta do that song and dance again?
If I want you to dance, you'll dance, okay, buddy?
Yeah, listen, your sister told me about what happened to you, man.
Oh, yeah? She did, huh?
It's not a secret, Carter.
Hey, just take it easy, you know? We got something in common. Yeah. I saw action.
Where'd you serve?
U.S. Army. Panama, Grenada.
You going to the rally tomorrow?
Wouldn't miss it.
Okay. You turn out to be funny. I'll show you more action than you can imagine. You got that?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, come on in. Grab a spray can. We got a lot of placards to make.
How did you find me?
Well, you know, in English class today, we were studying the phone book, and I looked up your name, and there you were.
Surely, Mr. St. Clair, your insurance company isn't implying that my university shares some blame in the bombing?
If you allow her organization to continue working out of the campus, you must take some responsibility.
I had no idea what Ms. Arnell would stir up.
You must have had some idea. After all, her speeches have been stirring up hornets' nests in ecological hotspots for years.
The university is a liberal institution, Mr. St. Clair. We still believe in free speech. Please sit down.
Well, in my books, free speech isn't a license to incite riots and set off bombs.
Your group will be off the university campus by the end of the semester. I guarantee you that.
Why wait so long?
You have no idea what sort of negative publicity that kind of move would attract. The press would have a field day.
But there's no truth in the charges. I mean, you've got nothing to conceal.
I certainly hope not.
Dean, may I offer you a little free advice?
Yes, please, be my guest.
Waiting people out isn't always the best route. The 3 companies that Bridget Arnell has singled out have all been sabotaged, and now someone has died. If there's another bombing without you making your position absolutely clear, my company might feel inclined to hold the university liable.
What do you mean, liable for what?
For providing Arnell with a forum. I mean, we have absolutely no intention of paying out enormous claims of that kind when there's the possibility that a financially stable institution might be responsible. Now, you should lay your cards on the table face up. Negative publicity is very embarrassing. But an investigation could be absolutely crippling.
Well, Mr. St. Clair, what do you suggest I do?
Well, if I were you, I would want my position to be on record. I would go out there into the front line and attack the charges.
Security, this is Dean Banks. How many men do you have on duty? We'll need more. I'll meet you outside.
Well done, Dean. I think you're doing a very wise thing. And I'll underline that in my report. After you, Dean.
Grafton Chemicals is going to kill you. Under the guise of the good corporate citizen. Manufacturing of chemical warfare for foreign governments. Our lives, yours, mine, and millions of other people are threatened because Grafton wants to profit from the atrocities of war abroad. This university is complicit in Grafton's crimes. You peel back the ivy on these buildings, and you'll find Grafton. They pump millions of dollars into the university's budget. And what for? What is that money used for? Ask them. What do they get in return for that money?
This assembly is over. I order you to vacate the area.
We are not going anywhere until our charges are answered. What do they get in return for that money? What do they do with that money?
The university will not answer alarmist lies. Now, the Metro Police have been called. If you don't disperse, they're empowered to make arrests.
Don't waste it here. Let's make our statement where it should be made, at Grafton.
At Grafton! We are going to go to Grafton, and the police can arrest us there if they want to, but we'll make our point in front of the media!
Don't let this get out of control. There are better ways. We can prove what they're doing. You have proof? Well, not everything, but getting yourself arrested won't solve anything.
Criminals, answer for your crimes!
You're just like the rest of them. Don't make waves, don't cause a stir. I finally understood that the only way to solve these problems is by taking action, not by turning a blind eye.
Grafton,
criminals,
answer for your crimes!
Grafton, criminals,
answer for your crimes! Grafton, criminals, answer for your crimes! Grafton, criminals, answer for your crimes! Grafton, criminals, answer for your crimes!
So what did you find out?
Grafton has been allocated 3 labs in the high-security wing of the science building.
Any idea what's inside?
Well, that's what makes me suspicious. The nature of the research was left blank.
I think I'll have a little wander around. Don't want any nasty surprises.
should be pretty obvious to you.
She had nothing to do with that. She was right here.
You want to go downtown? You keep talking.
She was right here with us.
Who the hell are you?
I'm a witness. You ever hear of her?
Hey, wait!
Excuse me, she didn't do anything. You can't speak for her. She didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. She's innocent.
Amy, just relax. Now you're gonna do us a lot more good than standing outside. She'll be fine. Just relax.
Well, he certainly wasn't an amateur. He knew exactly where to put the bomb for maximum effect. And he clearly wasn't a novice with firearms either. Thanks.
He could have been hired by Grafton.
Why did you think that?
Our source at the Pentagon believes that Grafton contracted the university to develop a new product called Xano Green.
What the hell's Xano Green?
It makes Agent Orange look like baby powder.
It's just a matter of finding the proof. And I know exactly where to look.
Yes, well, Grafton is signing yet another research endowment at the university in 24 hours. You don't have a lot of time.
Blank out.
Excuse me. I am sorry, I am an exchange student here and I cannot find this building.
What does this say?
Leland?
Leland
Oui,
Hall.
oui, c'est ça.
Ah, okay. Well, okay, you go through here, départez ici.
Oui.
And then you turn right. À la droite?
Oui.
And then go straight. Straight.
D'accord, merci.
Okay.
So the only thing that Bridget said was that she suspected there was a connection between Grafton and the university?
They were keeping things under wraps, but Bridget knew they were up to something.
Okay, but she didn't have any proof.
No.
I know damn well what it was. And so does she.
Yes?
Good evening, I'm Mrs. Clayton. I'm here to see my husband.
Sorry, Mrs. Clayton, your husband just left.
What? I was supposed to meet him here.
Like I said, he left. He was...
Damn it. We were supposed to go out to dinner tonight. Can you let me in so I can call the restaurant?
Actually, Mrs. Clayton, I'm not
Oh,
authorized.
come on. Don't be ridiculous. I'm Mrs. Clayton. My husband's ID number is 727-35621, okay?
Let me check that ID number. All right.
Thanks.
You know anything about defoliants, soldier boy?
Yeah, I know enough. What does it have to do with Bridget's beef with the university?
She knows the university's fronting for Grafton, but she doesn't know what to do about it. Everybody thinks they use this crap on dirty jungle wars against people we don't even know. They never ask where it comes from, who it really hurts. Well, these guys are making this junk right here in our own backyard. You ever think about that, soldier boy?
Hey, I'm on your side, man.
Yeah, sure. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? All it'll take is one accident with this stuff, and the whole city will rot away. Just like me. I don't care what anybody thinks. I know what I got inside me. I got a time bomb.
Carter, please take it easy.
You think they care? You think any one of them gives a damn about me?
Carter, what do you know about Grafton and the university?
I know that Bridget was right. They're in it together. And now that she's gone, who's gonna keep up the pressure? Huh? Soldier boy.
Carter. Savior Simmons! I'm on your side. I want to help.
You mean that?
Yes, I'll do whatever I have to do to help. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, soldier boy. You be there tomorrow.
I will be there tomorrow.
The Grafton pigs are on their way to sign their agreement with the university pigs. This is our last chance. Bridget knew that. That's why Grafton blew up their own buildings, so they could frame her into silence. Are we going to let them do that? Are we going to continue to let them kill us all? And we've got to block the doors and stop the pigs from signing the agreement, right? Let's go!
This way. Come on. Hurry up. Let's move it. Keep it moving.
Peter? I can't see Luke.
Yeah, don't worry, Nikki. He'll call if he has something. Luke.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you on Carter?
I haven't seen him for a while, but he can't have gone too far. I mean, he's in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah, well, not anymore, he isn't. Keep your eyes open.
Peter, I think I've got something.
Yeah, where?
Behind the... I'm going after him.
Is it Carter? Nikki.
We couldn't stop them from getting in, but we sure as hell can stop them from getting out. Block all the exits.
Amy, where's your brother?
Don't worry about him. You want to help out? Make sure these pigs don't leave this place.
Peter, he's inside.
And where the hell are you?
Behind the science building.
Okay, I'm coming right down.
Everything seems to be in order, gentlemen. We just need your signatures.
Well, I guess we're in business.
Yes, I guess we are.
It's okay.
What the hell are they doing?
Looks like they've decided that we're not leaving.
Yes, I can see that. Just what do you intend to do about it?
Just what makes you think you can do anything?
How'd you get in here? Who are you?
Me? I'm a nobody. A number. Nothing but a statistic.
What do you want?
You. You took my life away from me. And now I'm gonna take yours. Eye for an eye, pigs.
God, man. You'll kill everyone in and around this building.
Ask me if I care. Ask me.
Luke.
What the hell's going on, man?
Get everybody out of the building. Carter's already inside. Meet me upstairs.
Lied to me.
You know, your brother's using us to get inside the building?
What are you talking about? I have nothing more to say to you, cop.
And I'll say again, I am not a cop. Now, I've got the evidence.
What evidence?
The evidence to prove that Grafton was in bed with the university making Xanol Green.
Who the hell are you?
I am a friend, Amy. I can also prove that Bridget was not involved in the bombings.
So Grafton did it to themselves.
No.
Then who the hell did?
Do you really care?
Huh? Except you and your profits.
There are people out there.
They don't mean anything to you. None of us do.
They're innocent people.
There are no innocent people. We're all guilty.
Carter!
Shoot. Go ahead, shoot. You'll save me the pain, but not yourselves.
Carter!
Amy, get out of here now.
No, Carter. It was you, wasn't it?
I told you we could get even.
But not like this.
We've got what we need to close down this operation for good, man.
I'm glad for you, soldier boy. I'm real glad. But that don't do me no good, does it?
What's killing us gonna prove?
Just get out of here.
Not without you.
An innocent man's already been killed.
The guy was an accident. I wanted to get to them. I wanted to let them know.
You did. We all know, man. We all know.
the showroom. I had to let them know.
They know. They all know.
Yourself, Carter. No, I don't think so. Do it for me. Huh? You gotta tell him for all of us.
Insurance, huh?
Yeah. Insurance.
When I want something accomplished, I mean it. I want something accomplished.
Sir, it'll take time to divest ourselves of our holdings in Grafton and other companies.
You can take care of the others in due course. It's the Grafton matter that must take precedence. I suggest you deal with it. Now!
Yes, sir.
So everybody who works for you gets that treatment, huh, boss? Not just us.
Actually, three of you deserve nothing but praise. You'll be glad to hear that Brigitte has been cleared of all charges in the bombings, and that the university has commended her and her organization officially.
And it seems the dean is stuck trying to answer some very difficult questions.
You can be sure the truth will be his last option.
And Grafton's research project?
That has been cancelled. I talked with the Prime Minister. He's launching a parliamentary inquiry. It'll take the usual time, I imagine, but at least we're all limping in the right direction.
Amy Fleming's name didn't come up in your talks, did it?
No, the police are quite satisfied that her brother was working alone.
Oh, that's good. You know, it's people like Amy that make a difference in the world.
We can all make a difference, Luke. You certainly did.
Well, unless you take your feet off the table, the refinishing will make a difference to your paycheck.
Sorry, Chief.
Oh, and while we're on the subject of employment, seems there's a rather sticky little business going on over in Moscow, which requires your immediate attention.
Moscow. Why is it that people who make a difference always have hearts that are bigger than their bank balances? Score one for Amy and the working stiffs.